As a country, France has many well-known sites and historical places, but among them, the Eiffel Tower is surely the one that stands out the most. It attracts millions of visitors every year and has become the country's main symbol. Located in a green area known as the Champ de Mars, the Eiffel Tower is the tallest building in the entire Parisian city. This alone makes it stand out, drawing the attention of people wandering through the city streets, who can see it and admire it from different spots in Paris. The Exposition Universelle took place in Paris in 1889, and to celebrate the occasion, a competition was arranged for a temporary structure on the Champ de Mars square to serve as the exhibition entrance. In all, 107 different designs were submitted. The one that stood out was that of engineer Gustave Eiffel, who was already achieving recognition for the construction of railways and astronomical observatories. This project also involved the engineers Maurice Coquelin and Émile Nouguet, and the architect Stephen Sauvestre. The two engineers, Maurice and Émile, pitched an early idea to Eiffel, but he did not think this draft was ideal. That was when Stephen Sauvestre stepped in. He expanded on the ideas proposed by the two engineers, adding new aspects to the monument, such as arches at the base, a glass pavilion on the second floor, and other details. After adding these, Gustave Eiffel felt that he really had a promising project on his hands and that construction should begin. However, there is an interesting detail in the construction history of this famous monument. Although Eiffel's project had been created and got approval to be implemented, there were also people who criticized the idea. In 1887, a French newspaper called Le Temps established a letter in which a group of artists from many different fields criticized the tower project and even called it a monster, claiming that it was ridiculous. One of the artists who criticized it was the famous poet Verlaine, who called it a skeleton. Notwithstanding the warnings and disapproval of so many artists, the project started to be put into practice in 1887. 2 years of constructive work followed. Its structure is composed of 2.5 million bolts and more than 15,000 pieces of iron. The tower's second floor was completed in April 1888, and the second floor in August of the same year. But the work was only finished on March 31st, 1889, the date of its inauguration, when the centennial of a very important historical event, the French Revolution, was celebrated. On that day, Gustave Eiffel ascended the monument's highest step, planted a flag on its top, and was presented with a Legion of Honor medal. Plans initially were that the Eiffel Tower would be commercially managed for 20 years. After that period, it would be demolished. But engineer Gustave Eiffel worked hard to prevent the monument from being torn down, trying to prove that the tower could be used for scientific purposes. Luckily, it was not destroyed as it was now used as a radio broadcasting antenna. The tower is 324 meters high, equivalent to a 10-story building. For a long time, it was considered the world's tallest monument. However, this position was lost in 1930 with the construction of the Chrysler Building in New York with a height of 329 meters. Interestingly enough, in the summer, due to iron dilation, the tower becomes 15 centimeters taller. Its staircase consists of more than 1,600 steps, but an elevator is available to save tourists from having to walk up so many steps. Furthermore, the monument weighs more than 10,000 tons. These figures prove just how colossal the tower is. Due to its sheer size, 60 tons of paint are used when it needs to be painted, something that happens every 7 years. Apart from all the greatness and architectural splendor, some interesting details are part of the structure. One of them is Gustave Eiffel's private apartment, which lies at the top of the tower, 300 meters above the ground. The place is simple and small, but quite comfortable. Over time, many people attempted to rent this facility, but the engineer did not accept any offers and made personal use of his apartment. Eiffel even received a visit from his illustrious friend, Thomas Edison, in his secret room. This meeting took place on September 10, 1899. Today, visitors can see part of the apartment through glass. When they look into the space, they find two mannequins representing Edison and Eiffel. The Eiffel Tower is the world's most visited paid monument and attracts approximately 7 million tourists every year. Visitors can access it from 3 floors, where they find restaurants, stores, and a breathtaking view of the French capital. The famous metallic structure in Paris has replicas scattered in other countries around the world, such as the United States, Bolivia, Russia, and a few others. Aside from its tourist and economic relevance, the Eiffel Tower has tremendous historical and cultural value, as it is one of the world's most elegant and colossal architectural monuments.